If you're a student looking to take control of your financial future, the goal of making your first $10,000 can be a game changer. As someone who's been there, I can tell you that hitting that milestone is about more than just the money. It's about proving to yourself that you have the skills and determination to create real wealth. When I was 18 years old, I had no money and no qualifications, but I was determined to make my mark. Instead of getting caught up in the hype of making millions, I set my sights on a more achievable goal, making $10,000. And let me tell you, that first $10,000 was the hardest to earn, but once I hit it, everything changed. It wasn't just about the money, it was about realizing that making money is a skill, not just luck. Once I figured out how to make $10,000 once, I knew I could do it again and again, and eventually scale it into a real, sustainable income. So if I had to start from zero and make that first $10,000 all over again, this is exactly how I would do it in 3 steps. Step 1. Choose the right income stream. Most people make this way harder than it needs to be. They jump into the latest get-rich-quick scheme, like crypto or day trading, without realizing that these methods require huge upfront cash reserves and a lot of luck. The truth is, these are just side hustles and should never be seen as your main source of income. Instead, you need to focus on something that requires a small amount of money to get started and consistently puts cash in your pocket every day. When you strip away all the noise, there are really only 4 main options. Selling in-person services. This could include personal training, delivery driving, dog walking, nail design, barbering, videography, and more. These services are great because they allow you to get paid immediately, and they're relatively cheap to get started with. Selling local products. This could include things like home-baked goods, handmade items, artwork, or fresh produce. While this can be a great way to make money, it does take more time to get up and running. Selling global products. This includes starting an online clothing brand, drop shipping, sneaker reselling, print on demand, and more. The advantage here is that you have access to a much larger customer base, but it can take longer to see results. Selling online services. This could include copywriting, video editing, thumbnail design, running ads, social media management, and more. This combines the global reach of online products with the high profit margins of services, making it one of the most lucrative options. If I had to choose the fastest path to $10,000, I'd go with selling online services. The key is to focus on a skill that businesses are willing to pay for, like helping them make more money. Things like optimizing landing pages, running Facebook ads, or managing social media accounts are all in high demand. Step 2. Master the skill pyramid. Once you've chosen your income stream, the next step is to master what I call the skill pyramid. This is a framework that consists of 4 essential elements that, when combined, can transform a high-income skill into a $10,000 income. Element 1. Positioning. Not all online services are created equal. The real money is in offering to help businesses make more money. Businesses think about money differently than individuals. They're willing to spend more to solve problems that directly impact their bottom line. So instead of just being a video editor for small YouTubers, you could position yourself as the go-to video editor for entrepreneurs who sell physical products. Or instead of being a generic copywriter, you could focus on optimizing landing pages to convert more leads into sales. The key is to think about how you can reposition your skills to where the money is being made. This isn't about learning more skills. It's about putting yourself in front of the right clients. Element 2. Leverage. You'll never make $10,000 without leveraging value over time. Businesses don't pay for effort, they pay for results. If you stop charging for the hours you work and instead charge based on the return on investment you provide, you'll instantly make more money. For example, if you're running Facebook ads for a client, you could charge a percentage of the revenue you generate instead of an hourly rate. Or if you're offering social media management, you could charge based on the increase in engagement, leads, and sales you drive, rather than just the time you spend posting and responding to comments. The moment you shift your pitch from what you do to what the client gains, you'll find that a lot of people are suddenly willing to pay a lot more. Element 3. Reach. One of the biggest mistakes people make when starting out is thinking they always have to chase clients, but that's not how the game should be played. Right from the start, you need to be thinking about how to make clients come to you. The best way to do this is by putting your work out there online, even if you're just starting out or doing it for fun. You never know what opportunities might come from it. If you edit videos, show before and after clips to highlight your skills. If you design thumbnails, explain why your designs get more clicks. If you're learning social media, document how you're growing an account from scratch. The more you can position yourself as an expert in your field, the more clients will start to seek you out. Element 4. Automation. 95% of people who try to start a side hustle or business fail before they even really get going. And the biggest reason for this is a lack of reliability. The people I've ended up paying thousands to aren't always the best at what they do, but they're the most organized. They never miss deadlines, they always communicate clearly, and they make working with them effortless. The key to being reliable is to use automation. This could be something like a CRM system, which helps you keep track of your clients, projects, and deadlines. Or it could be using templates and workflows to streamline your processes. Clients don't just want someone skilled, they want someone they can count on. By automating your business, you can ensure that you always look professional and reliable, even as you scale. Step 3. Invest your earnings wisely. Once you've started making money, it's important to resist the temptation to spend it all on flashy purchases. The real key to building wealth is to invest your earnings wisely. Here's a breakdown of the 4 key investment strategies I use, from the safest to the highest risk. High-interest savings account. While a high-interest savings account may not be the most exciting investment, it's an essential part of any financial plan. Having a cash buffer on the sidelines means you're not forced to sell investments at the wrong time, like if the market crashes and you need money for an emergency. I recommend looking for a high-interest savings account that offers easy access to your money without any strict withdrawal limits or lockup periods. Index funds. Index funds are a great way to get exposure to the stock market with minimal effort. By investing in a broad index like the S&P 500, you can capture the long-term growth of the overall market. Some of my favorite index funds include the VTSAX Total Stock Market Fund, the VWO Emerging Markets Fund, and the VWRL Global Stock ETF. Individual stocks. While index funds are a great foundation, individual stocks can be a fun way to get more hands-on experience with the market. When I first started investing, I really enjoyed the process of researching companies and picking stocks. Of course, individual stocks come with higher risk, but if you're only investing a small amount, it can be a useful way to learn how the market moves without putting too much at stake. Cryptocurrency. When Bitcoin first came out in 2009, I was skeptical, but over the years, I've become more bullish on crypto as an investment. While altcoins and meme coins can be incredibly risky, I've had good success with a more conservative approach, focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Of course, crypto is highly volatile, so it's important to do your own research and only invest what you can afford to lose. But as part of a diversified portfolio, it can be a valuable asset. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. But these are the strategies that have worked well for me over the years, and I hope they can help you on your journey to building wealth.